Hello students, welcome back to the biology class. So far we have covered the epithelial tissue in the last two classes. We have understood the meaning of histology. We have understood that Bichette is considered as the father of histology, and histology is the study of tissues. And we have learned that epithelial tissue has junctions in it, and the cells in the epithelial tissue are tightly packed. We have covered the topic that epithelium is of two types according to function, covering type and glandular type. And covering type has many more other functions, and then according to the number of layers and speciality of the function, it is either simple epithelium or compound epithelium or specialized epithelium. We have covered that simple epithelium according to the shape of the cells is of squamous type, cuboidal type, columnar type, simple ciliated type, and then according to the whether the cells which are ciliated are cuboidal or columnar, two types, subtypes are there, and then a layer which appears to be bilayered but in reality is single layered is the pseudo stratified one. We covered in the last class stratified or the compound epithelium, that it is multi-layered, and according to the shape of the topmost cells it is either called as squamous stratified or columnar stratified or cuboidal stratified, and the squamous type of stratified epithelium can be keratinized or non-keratinized, and the columnar and cuboidal can be simple or with cilia, and we have covered the functions of these epithelia. And then specialized epithelium is, first one is the one found in the urinary system, the second one which is found in the sensory system, and the third one found in the iris or in the retina, which is called as the pigmented. So transitional specialized epithelium, neurosensory specialized epithelium, and pigmented specialized epithelium. In the last class we finished the glandular epithelium also. We understood that epithelium can easily develop from any of the three blastogenic layers or germinal layers, and which are called as ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. We covered the topic of types of glands in the last class, that the glands can be ductless or ducted. If they are ductless, they are called endocrine, and they release content into blood and not into the ducts, and the content is basically hormones. The exocrine glands are ducted glands, and they release their content at a specific site with the help of ducts, and they basically release enzymes or any other secretion but not the hormones. Then glands can be single-celled or multi-celled. Similarly, exocrine glands according to their type of excretion can be mucus type with mucocytes, serous type with serocytes, or mixed type having both the compositions. Then according to the method of secretion or nature of secretion, the exocrine glands can be holocrine, where the complete cell or secretory unit disintegrates, or epicrine, where the cell continues to survive and the content is released by diffusion, and apocrine type, in which the tip of the cell disintegrates or tip of the secretory unit breaks off, and we learned the examples. According to the branching is present or absent, and according to the shape of the secretory cells, we learned few types of the glands, that the glands can be called simple glands if their secretory units are unbranched, and they are called as compound if their secretory portion is also branched. And we need to remember that simple glands can be unbranched or branched according to whether their ducts are unbranched or branched. Then we learned that their secretory portion can have two shapes, and some books call it as three shapes: tubular, round and flask shape. Some books will use any one of these, even secular shape also for both of them. So some books mention that there are two types of shapes possible, and some books mention three types are possible. So this much we covered in the last class. Now today we are going to start with the next topic, and that is the connective tissue. Now connective tissue is the second type of tissue found in the vertebrates, and we need to remember that it develops from mesoderm. So all those tissues which come under the heading of connective tissue, they all develop from mesoderm. So therefore they are also called by some scientists as mesenchyme, because in 9th class you have done parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma in plant tissue. So enchyme word is used basically for tissue, and meso word is used for mesoderm. So the tissue which develops from mesoderm can also be called as the mesenchyme. We need to remember this is the most abundant type of connective tissue. Just like in the case of plants, we have parenchyma everywhere as a filler. So in the same manner, in the animal body, the filler tissue is connective tissue. The cells which are present in it are all living cells. Remember, in the previous topic we have learned about keratinized cells which were dead. But in this case, all cells are living cells, and they are embedded in a non-living intercellular matrix. Now the next thing is the basic structure of the connective tissue. So a connective tissue is made up of three main things. First is the matrix. Matrix means the general background. So the background is amorphous and is gelatinous in nature. And then there are fibers which are suspended in this matrix, and then there are cells present in this matrix. So three things are there. These three things together forms the connective tissue. Now, what are the various types of fibers possible in connective tissue? So the fibers present in them are either white fibers or yellow fibers, or otherwise they are called as collagenous fiber or collagen, the most abundant protein in the human body or animal body. Then elastin proteins, these are proteins, remember, and reticulin is also protein. So the fibers which are present in connective tissue are proteinaceous in nature, and they can be either collagenous or elastin or reticulin in nature. Now what are the differences, or let's understand few points about each of them. So collagenous fibers are made up of collagen, and they appear white in color. Remember that these fibers are thinner, but they are present in bundles. So they give more strength because they are present in bundles. They are long when compared with the elastin, and they are unbranched. They are quite soft, but because they are present in bundles, so they provide more strength.